say he's incredibly handsome. Others say he's the most handsome. But everyone says...
What's up, guys? Welcome back to LowestLeagueGaming. I'm Tristan, in-game at MMX Pro, and today, playing more Clash Royale, I went on a slight tilt and dropped about 70 trophies, and I just finally got back up to 1784, but the main thing I wanted to show was, right after I finished recording yesterday, I went in and queued up for a match, and I got faced against somebody with the LAVAHOUND, and at this level, it's kind of, whoever has the legendary has a pretty good advantage, because the legendary cards are all pretty good. I mean, it's really good. I mean, the LAVAHOUND, I mean, you play him right, and at this level, we don't have much to counter him. So I'm going to show you guys that replay, and then like I said, I got on today, and I went on a tilt, but I just went back up, and the deck I showed you yesterday was the Hog Freeze. Obviously, I'm not using that anymore. I beat this deck in my video yesterday, but I got wrecked fairly well against using my Hog Freeze. It wasn't against this deck, but I was getting destroyed using the Hog Freeze today, so I was like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna stick to my roots with the Hog deck, but I'm gonna switch it up and use the Zap Poison. My first time using it, and honestly, I don't know how to use it. I know the poison is mainly supposed to be put on their side, but I find myself accidentally having to put it on my side, so I'm still trying to figure out how to use the Zap and Poison. Obviously, the Zap, you zap everything around the tower, takes away all the small troops in front of your Hog, stuff like that, and then the Poison prevents them from putting down troops around your Hog without them dying. So I mean, they're both supposed to be played offensively, but I find myself playing them a lot more defensively, so I'm still trying to figure it out. But I think I got a couple good replays for you guys today using the Hog Zap Poison. Other than that, the deck is the same. We got the Valkyrie, Musketeer, Cannon, Pump, which I got to level 2. I don't know if that was in yesterday's video. Probably was. And I got my Skeletons level 7. Got my first level 8 common because I was holding off and getting level 8 commons. Got my Barbarians level 8. Had some extra gold, about 3,000, so I spent 2,000 of it. And now I have level 8 Barbarians that I will never use. I just decided to get Barbarians level 8 because they're so strong. I just haven't found a deck that I really like using them. But let's go ahead and jump into this first LAVAHOUND replay, and we can see how that goes. Okay, here we go, playing that guy from that clan, because I don't know how to read that. Anyway, he is playing the LAVAHOUND, which you cannot see yet. We're both sitting there building up some elixir. I'm going to start with the Pump. Love starting with the Pump first hand. It's so strong. And he plays the Minion Horde, which this deck only has one thing to counter air troops. Or troop-wise, it only has a Musketeer, then it has the arrows. I rejoiced when I saw him place down the lone skeleton army because, yes, my Musketeer is going to get taken out. Oh, battery. But I have a Valkyrie to take out that skeleton army. Lone skeleton army really isn't that good. So I start off with a pretty strong push, Valkyrie, Hog with my freeze up. There's the freeze, and then pro goblins on the side to take down my Hog. But he's still got a couple good hits in, and I get that tower down all the way to 312 right off of the bat. But you can see he's got that LAVAHOUND up in his hand now. He doesn't have enough elixir for it, but he's building up. I don't have anything else, so I try to cycle back through using the skeletons to get my Musketeer up. His little push here shouldn't be much problem. Like, Spirit Goblin gets like 2 hits off. Now I've got a Musketeer coming up, and I have an option. I can try to push, but I'm not. I'm going to put down another Pump and save the push for later because I know I've got this tower down. I know I've got it down. Then he puts down the LAVAHOUND, and I'm like, oh crap. So the only thing I know how to do is use the Musketeer and the Cannon. So that's what I do. He puts down the Minion Horde, and I'm like, well, this is going to suck. So I arrow the Minion Horde down, and then the Lava Pups come out, and I thought the Lava Pups were a lot weaker than they are, but they're like minions that move slower, and they go over here and completely wreck my tower, even when there's just 3 of them. So I don't have anything else I can deal with them, so I'm just going to push to take this tower. I'm like, I gotta get it. And then my Hog doesn't get the second hit off. And I'm like, okay, well, now all I have to do is throw 2 arrows at it, and I can get the tower down. So I'm just trying to defend against this LAVAHOUND now. I'm in full panic mode, trying to defend against this LAVAHOUND. But I don't even have to throw arrows. Valkyrie goes over there, 1 swing, down goes the tower. It's 1-0 right now, but he's got the LAVAHOUND. Entering double elixir, I sit on full. I'm just in flabbergasted, so I sit on full for a little bit, wasting some elixir, but it doesn't really matter. LAVAHOUND comes down again, so I distract with the Cannon, Valkyrie on bottom, deal with the Spear Goblins, and then I freeze the LAVAHOUND. He's going to fireball down the Cannon, but I have my Musketeer back up. Here comes the most pro move that I could think of. This won the game for me. He puts down the Minion Horde, and I arrow just as the pups come out, and there's only 2 of them. That probably saved the game. I would have lost if I did not get those pups, or I would have had to go and take down another tower. He puts down Skeleton Army, and I put down the Valkyrie. Dude, you gotta learn. I got the Valkyrie. He goes ahead and fires down my pump and some damage on the tower. So I decided to push to the other side. I was like, okay, well, if he gets this in like 10 seconds, then I gotta make sure. So he's trying to push this side, but his baby dragon follows my Valkyrie as she kites him over there. I freeze on the other side. I would have won regardless, and that is my first win against the LAVAHOUND. Every other time I faced it, I've lost. So I don't know what was different about that time, because I've used the same deck for like a month, and so every time I play against him, I lose. But that time I didn't, and now I'm not even using that deck anymore. So next time we face against the LAVAHOUND using this new deck, probably going to be a bit different. But now I have some replays against some various type of decks with the new Zap Poison. I want to get some feedback. I need to know how to play this deck better. So if you guys have any tips, if you guys use it, tell me how to do that, because I feel like I am not playing it right. But we'll go ahead and check out a win and a loss of using this Zap Poison Hog Rider deck. Okay, so I didn't actually have a loss with the Hog Rider Zap Poison deck, but this is as close as it gets. This would have been a loss. As you can see, we're playing Durdur from Guardians, which is spelled wrong, Do 38, which I'm expecting a different language. I sit at full for a little bit, then I put down the Musketeer, but he's got that Ice Wizard, so legendary advantage, because the Ice Wizard will slow everything down and is actually a pretty good counter against the Hog. Because he slows down the Hog's DPS because he swings slower. He backs it up. This is a pretty easy push to defend, and then he just kind of snowballs it up. So I thought it was just going to be Musketeer, Baby Dragon, Ice Wizard, and I have nothing else, so I just got to poison. See, that's what I'm talking about. I feel like I'm always poisoning my side. Poison slows down the Musketeer. She doesn't get a shot off, and we're still pretty even on tower damage, actually. So I got my Hog up. I'm going to go ahead, Hog Rider over there, and I got my Zap. Take out the Zap, or take out the Goblins, or I tried to. I zapped everybody, but my Hog gets like one hit off. And now I've got this pretty strong push coming, but luckily I've got my Valkyrie up. We'll go ahead and place her down right there in the middle. Then he puts the Musketeer, and so my Valkyrie literally just commits suicide pretty much. So I have to poison yet again on my side. And now I have nothing, and I'm like, well, this kind of sucks. I'm going to lose. All I have to put up is a cannon, and the cannon kind of trucks away and takes down that push, but now he's got the damage and elixir bonus on me because he made me use my cannon. So it's not looking too hot right now, and my pump's almost dead, and then he puts out the giant. And I'm like, okay, I just wasted my cannon because by the time the giant gets over there, the cannon's going to be dead. So I got to cycle back through, and so he just keeps snowballing these pushes. And the Ice Wizard, I think, did make a difference because he's slowing down all my troops. So I get a pretty good value zap in there, freezing everybody while I get my Valkyrie down and take the Ice Wizard down. And now I'm just trying to melt this giant. And he puts down the bomber, rip one elixir skeletons because that was kind of pointless. And the giant goes over there and does work. Now it's 687 to 1830 tower damage wise, and I'm like, well, crap. So this is my first offensive play with the poison, and he puts the barbarians right in it. I don't know why. Thanks, I guess, because now they're just slow and have low health. So my Musketeer focuses on the other Musketeer because, you know, I didn't want you to take out the barbarians anyway. So all I have to do is play Valkyrie though. And now it's just Knight coming at me. Knight is pretty easy with just the Musketeer. Now I'm just trying to draw. I'm like, okay, there's no way I can actually take a tower. I just got to draw this guy. So I got the Musketeer, and he just snowballs another push up there with the giant. I zap everything and just go to town trying to melt down his troops. Ice Wizard comes in, slowing down my Valkyrie. So I got to put the Musketeer now down to take care of the giant. The giant's almost going to get it. Raises his fist, doesn't get the shot off. Now he's got 3 strong troops against my 1 Musketeer. So I like a noob, I put down the 1 elixir skeletons in front of a splash damage troop, the Ice Wizard. So I have to zap, and then now we're going into overtime, and he's ahead almost double on tower health. So I mean, he can really defend my push. I feel like his deck was really set up to defend a Hog Rider. So I get my Hog Rider over there, and he actually, without a zap, gets off like 3 shots, and now we're even on tower damage. All of a sudden, it swings back around, and I have to play the poison again on defense. So, I mean, at this point, I'm just poisoning and zapping every troop that comes this way. So, lucky Valkyrie here. I thought that was it. I thought it was it, but the Valkyrie came in so clutch right there. And now my tower's down to 257, and I'm like 30 seconds to go at 257. There's no way. But he didn't have any direct damage in his deck, so I could take it. He had to get troops to my tower. So if I just hunkered down, there the giant raises his fist again. Man, this is getting close. So I put down another Valkyrie. So I'm just wildly defending now. And then I throw in another Hog Rider because I need more troops up to defend against his push. My Hog Rider gets in there, and if I would have placed down my zap, I would have won. I just realized that, but you know, whatever. So now I'm just frantically trying to win. I'm like, maybe I can win if I put down my poison. If I would have put down the zap, the Hog Rider would have got another shot, and that would have been a win, but that should have been a loss. I played terribly. There were so many poison spells placed on defense that's not how you're supposed to play that. Ooh, free chest. Let's see what we got here. Fireball, 7 Tesla. Nice. Tesla ready for an upgrade yet? Where are you at, Tesla? 3 away. Okay, sweet. So no need to request that. And also, I did get a giant chest 2 battles ago, so we will be checking that out. I will be back later. I'm going to cut later to when I have enough gems. We'll use all 60 on this giant chest because why not? I need some more cards. So let's go ahead and take a look at a win that I feel was pretty solid. It's going to... Okay, I'm being a kind of a troll here. This is just for fun. This is just for giggles. This battle was hilarious. This was like my third battle using the Zap Poison. Just trying to get used to it, so I was still kind of settling in. Got the elixir pump firsthand, or collector. If you're that guy that's gonna correct me down in the comments that it's a collector instead of a pump, whatever. It's a pump in Clash of Clans, I think. I don't know. Anyway, so we both pumping up here. He's got a level 5 pump compared to my level 2. Doesn't make a difference just health-wise, and I'm not trying to tank with it. And we're both running a hog deck, so I'm like, all right, sweet. So I deal with the Hog Rider really easily, and then the Musketeers will cancel out. And I'll just go ahead and back mine up with a hog. There's his cannon, so I do a pretty good poison. I get the cannon, the goblins, the tower, and the elixir pump all at once. Careful not to hit that king tower because I don't want his cannon to come out and be able to hit me. So there goes his elixir pump, and now I've still got mine up. So I will soon have the elixir advantage, and he puts down the, what is that? That's a musketeer in the back there. All right, sweet. So I decide to pump again. I'm like, I got to get an elixir advantage against this guy. So... And I mean, so we're running very similar decks, actually. He's actually running my old deck, except he has the wizard in here, which he hasn't shown yet, I don't think. But, yeah, his hog comes in here and does work. There we go, battery again. And he freezes. And I'm like, well, good game. I'm gonna lose, because that set me behind so much on tower damage. I always assume I'm gonna lose, but, we'll see. So, there we go. Hog Rider up in here. I don't know where he went. Is he letting me win? I don't know, because I totally just went in there and took down that tower. He placed the cannon so late, he sat on so much elixir and had all of his troops available, and he let me take the tower. So I guess maybe he's trying to drop trophies, because this was ridiculous. And so I'm like, well, sweet, all I gotta do is defend, but I know he can easily get to my tower with a Hog Rider and freeze me again, so I gotta start taking some chip damage at the other tower. So I'm saving up some elixir, put down another pump when that one broke, and then I set it full for a little bit, and down goes the Valkyrie. I'm like, alright, get some damage on this other tower, see what we can do, because I know he'll probably eventually take my other tower if he really wanted to, and then he doesn't do anything. He sits at full forever, and he left the match. At this point, he left the match, and that's why I poisoned the king tower. I'm like, alright, sweet. So I cycle through with the zap, and I just totally wreck it. So this is just a troll. This was... I thought this was kind of funny, because I guess... I don't know why. He was going to win, and then he let me win, and then left the match. So I was like, thanks, sweet, nice, made him rage quit. So I don't know if it was rage quit or force quit, had to go do something else. I don't know, but don't text in Clash, that's all I can say. And then I'm gonna look at one more. I'm not gonna do a live battle today because I just broke even from my tilt. I was at 1783 when I started my tilt, and I'm at 1784, so I'll take that one trophy. I'm not going to risk it. So we're going to take a look at one more replay, and I will cut to whenever I have enough gems to open this giant chest. Let's go check out the next replay. Okay, jumping back in time to my second battle with the Hog Zap Poison. Here we go, jumping in against... What? I'm Balvi. Okay, sweet. I don't know, maybe he mistyped back, because sometimes my back looks kind of like BL. I don't know. Anyway, I tried to split my skeletons, and I missed the split. And this is another combo. He fires my elixir collector there. But here's another combo I'm seeing a lot, is the musketeer bomber. It's pretty deadly, but I think it needs another tank in front of it. But it gets really heavy when you see that they add the giant up there. So here we go. I was so happy when we placed down the skeleton army. Skeleton army is so easy to counter with the zap. The zap takes out like almost all of it, and then it freezes everything. So I get off some really good damage with my hog there. Now I'm up on tower damage and elixir. He's got a musketeer coming in. Time those skeletons. They're out they go, and the musketeer shall get no hits off. So little Larry will die right there as we build up some more elixir. and I'll place the Valkyrie, and I'm gonna try to take this tower because I feel like I can win. And he puts down the baby dragon, the lone baby dragon. The lone baby dragon will get taken down fairly easily until he adds this giant underneath to distract both my musketeer and my Valkyrie. So I'm forced to zap over there, and he puts some spirit goblins over to the right and takes out my hog before he could take out the tower. But I melted the giant before I got to my tower there, and now I'm forced to defensive poison again. I feel like the poison is so good on offense, and I keep putting it on defense. But he put the musketeer right into my poison, so it'll get one shot off, and that's it. So that was a pretty good value poison in my opinion. I just really wish I could put it on offense. But if there's something glaringly wrong that I'm doing with this deck, please let me know, because I feel like I'm always putting the poison on defense, but it should be played on offense in my opinion. So here we go. He's got the level 2 baby dragon coming in with a level 6 giant, and I should have put the Valkyrie behind the giant, so I'm forced to zap there. He's got a pretty strong push coming in, and my Valkyrie's about to die, but I got my cannon up to distract the giant just in time, and here I go again with the defensive poison. So at one point he did have 2 baby dragons up, but that didn't last for long, and then the poison will do work against both of these, and bam. So now he tries to push the other side. He's like, okay, well, I just realized that he has a ton of damage on that side, so I'm going to push this side. What? It makes no sense. So I just really easily zap with all that, and the giant will get no hits off. And I put the musketeer in front of the Valkyrie like a noob, so she got melted and did absolutely nothing. And then I just won elixir skeletons. So we're about to go in overtime here, and then I have the hog, and he has the skeleton army. Poison versus skeleton army. Skeleton army will never win. There we go, right in the nick of time. 1-0 win against I'm Battled. And I got a nice smooth 29 trophies from him, and I will be back later once my phone is finally charged more and I have enough gems to open up this giant chest. Now I have enough gems to open the chest since it is now like 3 hours past since I got it, or since whenever. So now it's only 52 gems. I have 60. We're gonna have 8 left over. Let's get in to this chest opening. Mortars, 21 elixir pumps, which we will upgrade those for show right now. And next level, now it is level 4. Any more levels? Nope. And that is it on the elixir pumps. What about this mortar? How much is it? Upgrade the mortar. 1,000? I'll do it, because I'm gonna become a dirty mortar user. I'm just kidding. Anyway, that is it for the video today, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out my the description below for my Twitter. Everything about the channel is on Twitter. And